Good evening, gamers. It's your boy, Long Penis the Fourth here, and we're back with another video. Sorry that took me so long to come out with another one. Stick around to the end of the video for a little explanation why. Today, we're going to be talking about the curse of large Bethesda modding projects. We all know Bethesda games at this point, but their biggest claim to fame is the fact that they're some of the most highly moddable and customizable games that are available. There are shit tons of people making mods for these games all the time. Both the Elder Scrolls and the Fallout series have probably what are the most active modding communities on the internet. There are always people doing cool things to these games, and it's always a constant source of excitement for me to see how people are changing these games to make them for the better. Me personally, and part of the reason I've been gone so long is I've been playing a modded playthrough of Skyrim with like 2,000 mods on it. I made the combat better, and I gave my character giant, massive, jiggly orc honkers. So that's where I've been the last 2 weeks. But with such large modding communities, it's inevitable that teams would come about to try and make large DLC and even game-sized mod overhauls that include large explorable world spaces, new quests, the whole works. There have been multiple of these throughout these games' history, and just about the only one that has gotten successful DLC-sized mods is probably Skyrim. There have been attempts for all other games, but as we're about to cover now, most large Bethesda modding projects are cursed in some way or another. Oh, Bevi, what do you mean? What do you mean they're cursed? Well, like every time for the last 5 years that one of these large modding projects for a Bethesda game is supposed to release, either upon release or right before release, it's plagued with some type of issue that completely destroys it in the sphere of cultural relevance, and then basically just relegates it to be forgotten about forever. We're going to cover a couple of these today. I got 3 of them for you, and we're going to cover them in the chronological order that they took place in. Up first, we have the project for Fallout New Vegas, Fallout the Frontier. This one has been done to death at this point. It's pretty infamous. Basically, in the summer of 2020, the year of our Lord, I believe it was 2020, there was supposed to be a very large scale DLC-sized modding project for Fallout New Vegas releasing. Now, the DLC was supposed to take place in a post-apocalyptic Portland, Oregon, which the fact that it's taking place in Portland, Oregon should probably tell you all you need to know about this. But it was taking place in Portland, Oregon. It was a whole game-sized quest mod that came out, and this thing was this thing released with just chocked full of like weird fucking sexually degenerate content. Like you could fuck like a colony of snake people in the sewer, and you could have sex with a death claw, and then like the option to have sex with the death claw had like the Kanye West lyric like I'm a sick fuck, I like a quick fuck. And then there was also like a fucking there was a companion named America. I'm not gonna go too deep into this because I don't want to get this video just straight up blasted off the algorithm. but the shit that they included in that was so degenerate that the person whose idea that was should probably go to jail. I'm just saying. On top of that, just the story content in the mod was very fucking poorly written. It was almost funny, and it just functioned so poorly that the mod was taken down, I believe, for like a month or 2 or 3, while they because obviously this caused a huge controversy, so they took the mod down and scrubbed the sexually degenerate content from it and re-released it. But at that point, it was the laughing stock of the internet for at least 2 months on YouTube. There's nothing but videos of dudes covering what a train wreck the release of this mod was, and it basically just faded out. It was just faded out into the ether, and it was forgotten about. The only legacy it really has is the fact that it added the framework for adding cars to Fallout New Vegas, which is actually sick as fuck. But now most people, you can just download the framework for the vehicles separately from the 10 gigabyte furry sex mod that was released. And that's basically the gist of the Fallout Frontier discourse, what was supposed to be the one of the largest modding projects for a Bethesda game ever, and was supposed to release to much critical acclaim, and was very anticipated by a lot of people, released, and was a non-functioning, poorly written mess of a mod, and it let a lot of people down. A similar tale is the tale of Fallout London. Fallout London was supposed to be, or is, a large-scale mod for Fallout 4. I'm just gonna go on a side rant here for a minute. Before this thing even released, I wasn't very interested in it because I don't know who the fuck wants to play a British Fallout. British Fallout. Oi, chap, you seen my laser rifle? You got a license to be carrying that power armor. I don't know who'd want to play Fallout set in London. I'm pretty sure all of their culturally relevant, like, equivalent of Americana, like, type shit is from the 60s instead of the 50s, so I don't know how you'd do that. But also, there's just nothing interesting going on in the UK, not just in the world in general, but also in the Fallout universe. But this one was actually a high quality mod, and the fucked up thing about this one is it released, and there's actually nothing wrong with it. It's a fully functioning, great project that you can play all the way through without any problems. This modding project was cursed because Todd Howard himself didn't want this fucking mod to release. So the story basically goes is Todd Howard released Starfield. We all know how that went. Starfield was kind of a fucking disaster for them. Everybody was like, this game kind of fucking sucks. And right around this same time, Fallout London was supposed to release. Now, Todd Howard was kind of panicking that nobody was playing Starfield, so in a last-ditch effort, he released basically an update for both Fallout 4 and Skyrim. That didn't do anything, really. The entire purpose of this update was to break the code base of Fallout 4 and Skyrim, specifically so that everybody's mods would just fucking shit the bed and stop functioning. So what happened was, Todd Howard maliciously released this update to try and get people to play Starfield the day before Fallout London was supposed to have released. And what this did was basically nothing was wrong with the mod itself, but then they had to delay the release of the mod for like 5 months, because anytime Bethesda decides to update their game significantly enough to break mods, it usually takes about half a year for the entire community and all of your mods to basically be updated and for shit to recover from that. So basically, this perfectly good project, nothing literally wrong with it other than it being British, fucking was delayed for 5 months, and then by the time it actually released, it used up all of its algorithm points. So it finally released, and nothing was wrong with it. It was a good mod, but nobody cared, and it didn't get any traction on the algorithm, and basically just released and flew away, withered away into nothingness, because that's just how the algorithm works sometimes. And also Todd Howard just fucked that one up. And finally, on my list of examples why large Bethesda modding projects are cursed, Skyblivion. Now, this might be actually a bit of a controversial take, but Skyblivion is cursed now. If you don't know, Skyblivion is a highly anticipated remake of Oblivion that the team was doing in the engine of Skyrim. I know, unfortunate, right? And basically, they took it upon themselves to revoice the entire all quests, remake the game from the ground up with new textures and everything, and it was actually slated to release this year. The problem is then Bethesda came and blew them out of the fucking water by releasing their own Oblivion remake, and that their own Oblivion remake, and that in itself is going to completely destroy this mod's chance of ever being played by more than 5 people. No one's gonna play this, and there are a couple reasons why. First of all, the remake for Oblivion is going to release with it released with all the DLC. It just dropped. It's fucking huge right now. Skyblivion is only the main campaign. That's already going to turn off a lot of people. But also, Skyblivion would be much harder to get running compared to the arguably, at this point, as good looking, if not better looking, Oblivion remake. But also, the Oblivion remake is going to eventually gain a kind of modding community, and when people have the choice of either fucking downloading a specific Skyrim mod to replay Oblivion, or just buying a 1-to-1 remake of Oblivion but rendered in Unreal Engine 5, they're probably gonna choose the Unreal Engine 5 one just because it's easier to get set up. This is another reason why I'm using it as an example, is because nothing is really wrong with Skyblivion. It hasn't even released yet, but it could be banger, but the circumstances that took place just before its release are going to prevent it from really ever being culturally relevant to anyone. And as soon as the algorithm juice fades from Oblivion, Skyblivion's just gonna fucking fade out into the ether. It doesn't matter how good it is, and that's kind of a tragedy, because as someone who has been looking forward to Skyblivion the last 2 years, you know, I kind of don't have a reason to install it or go through the effort of even fucking installing it anymore once it releases. And I know that, there's a lot of Redditors in the comments section that are like, oh no, you guys go, you release your mod, I can't wait, 2 cakes? I can't wait to play 2 Oblivions. But in reality, that's just posturing, and they're just being fucking soys about it. Nobody's actually gonna nobody's gonna play both of them. You're gonna do one or the other, and most people are going to choose just the regular Oblivion remake. Oh hey, what's up, kitty? Sorry, that was my cat, Ted Kaczynski. Everybody say hi, Ted. Hi, Ted. Okay. Yeah, no. So those three were probably the last, the most recent large Bethesda modding projects. All cursed in their own way, and I just thought that, you know, it's kind of interesting how something always goes wrong with these that will prevent them from being popular. Like, I don't know, it was just kind of an interesting topic that I wanted to talk about and discuss. Do you guys think that large Bethesda modding projects are cursed? Because I kind of do at this point. The last 5 years has been really rough for them. Anyways, we're pretty much at the end of the video here, so we're gonna do a little channel update on just what's going on. Oh. Anyways, time for the channel update now. Next up, I'm gonna try to cover Cruelty Squad, either maybe do a playthrough or just a review of it. It's a game that you guys gifted me. Thank you so much. You know who you are, you beautiful person. I'm not going to dox you by saying your username or anything, but I really fucking appreciated that, man. That made my entire week. Just, I was like, holy shit, what the fuck? I really appreciate that, dude, so we're definitely going to be covering that. And I also just want to apologize that my uploads haven't been as consistent. I'm not quitting or anything. It's just, you know, I got a cat this year, and between that and, you know, just juggling real life and shit, I haven't had as much time as I really thought that I would have to sit down and make videos. So I'm kind of trying to look at other forms of content that I can make alongside these videos. Maybe I'll stream. I don't know if I really need to be fucking doing that. You know, there's so many people already streaming already. I feel like I'd just kind of be like throwing my shit out into the void at that point. But if that's something you guys would be interested in seeing, maybe let me know. Maybe we'll try it first with some like just playthroughs of stuff, and then I'll stream like real time, or not. Maybe I'll just keep making these videos. But I do want to hopefully in the future be making shit more consistently, and I'm really gonna try to push for that, because I really do want to invest in making this channel. You know, just keep doing it, keep making silly shit for you guys to watch. And so I just wanted to say thank you for anybody who does actually stick with these videos or watch them. You guys are fucking awesome, and you know, I just wanted to apologize that I haven't been fucking uploading as much as I really should have, or said that I would have. You know, it's fucking tough in the collapsing American economy to do that. You know, sometimes I do want to like make this shit successful, but I also don't want to like neglect real world responsibilities on top of that. Anyways, that's about all I have for the channel updates. Thank you all for everything. If you've even watched this far, all 50 of you get my dick really hard. You know who you are. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next video, whenever that is. Hopefully in like a week or two. Or I don't fucking know, man. I don't fucking know.